as you guys are watching right now, shop is live.
Yeah.
So what we've decided, shop is live for 72 hours. So 3 days basically from the 23rd of May, 2023. You guys can watch the video. You guys can click on the description down below. Head to the website, buy whatever it is you want. Keep in mind, whatever it is you buy, it is a pre-order sale, meaning the second the shop closes, that's when we start manufacturing. Please allow 3 to 4 weeks for you to get your products.
It's amazing.
Hope everyone puts it on, and let's get this running through the city.
Beautiful,
Yes,
beautiful.
Beautiful.
All right, taking off. Yo, mic check, 1, 2, 3. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Today, the long-awaited special guest episode, Mustan, NATSUM. Come on to the podcast, brother. What's good, brother? What's good? What's good?
Yeah, it's good.
My voice.
Here, you know, we got
How's
the.
it going, everybody?
If you guys seen this video, the drop has been dropped. Actually, hold on, I'll put this on.
Had to make a special little delivery for
Special
the boys.
delivery?
Yeah.
What size is it?
I think a medium.
Medium?
Should fit,
Okay.
yeah.
Should fit me, bro. My tummy's good.
Enzo, Josh, both been bulking a bit, so.
I've been like on a bulk for like 2 years, bro.
Yeah.
Try, bro. Awesome.
Oh, yeah. That's fire.
It's pretty fire, bro.
Yes, sir.
I like the white outline.
Yeah.
I like the white outline.
That's tough. I
Yeah.
agree. Pops out for sure.
Oh, but yeah, brother. So introduce yourself. What is NATSUM?
Okay. So first of all, I'm Mustan. You could say I'm the founder of Natsumordinary. So it's a streetwear brand that I've produced locally, and NATSUM is essentially the idea behind it. So people always ask me, "Who's NATSUM? Are you NATSUM?" Because my Instagram name is Mustan NATSUM, right? And you'd be surprised the amount of times people have come up to me and gone, "Yo, NATSUM, what's going on?" NATSUM isn't a person; it's a movement. It's more so a cult. It's a direction I'm trying to take with my brand in terms of my vision, which is to spread extraordinary, to be outside the box, to be yourself, to be somebody who people don't necessarily see you as, and just to be your own person. So whatever you aspire, whatever you desire to be. And that's sort of what NATSUM means. So when somebody says NATSUM, the idea is be extraordinary. So that's why the name, the way I created it was NATSUM. Obviously, if you read Josh's shirt or mine, backwards is Mustan. That's how the whole vision started.
Yes,
And
sir.
the idea is NATSUM is meant to, the brand name Natsumordinary is meant to have a saying as you say the name. So Natsumordinary, our theme is, or not some ordinary kids. So not some ordinary kids. The whole idea is, again, be extraordinary, be your own person, and be outside the box. Don't fit the label of the sheep.
I love that. It's like, don't settle for being average.
Exactly.
Strive for excellence.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Even though LeBron just got swept right now.
Oh, let's
You
not
know,
go
you just gotta-
down there.
You gotta always keep striving for excellence, you know?
This one's taking a little personal. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
this guy's just
I'm
a
sorry.
hater. Bro. This guy's wearing a Lakers jersey, and they're both hating because Curry lost to LeBron and Russ got traded from LA. So
I did way better.
they both have a vendetta against LeBron.
They do.
They do so.
Enough
I don't
enough
care.
Lakers shots. Let's get back to the topic. But yeah, I love that. I love that message, you know?
Yeah.
Keep striving for excellence, be extraordinary, you know? What you guys take on that?
Basically, why did? Oh, actually, you explained that.
Which part?
Why did you choose the name?
Okay.
Mhm.
And
So the whole, like I said, the brand vision is be unique, be your own person. What I feel like a lot of companies and brands are doing these days is they're following what sells on the market. They don't necessarily chase a vision. They're more so doing stuff for financial success. They chase what's working because it's safe and to make the money. And NATSUM isn't necessarily, it's not, the idea isn't to be a successful brand for financial terms. It's more so to have a vision, to have a movement constantly. So you're constantly reminded, and as people develop and as people understand what the brand is, and as more people follow it and we get more traffic, the idea spreads more to more people, and more people are motivated to do their own thing as well. And I think that's really important in this life, to be able to chase what you want, because I think success is found in doing what you want and being genuinely happy in that, rather than financial. I think a lot of people these days follow financial value, and they
Like
rate
security.
success, exactly. They rate success based on how much money you make, and I think men are scrutinized for how much money they have. I think
Yeah.
women chase men for sort of that stereotypical monetary
Yeah.
macho role,
Yeah.
right? And I don't think society should push that. Me personally, I think it's more so about if you're happy with who you are, if you're happy with what you're doing. I think that's truly where the value of you as a person lies.
Yeah.
So.
That is also like, so go ahead.
No,
Yes.
fine.
But yeah, you point out a good point where people would rather do something that is monetary pleasing instead of what they actually truly want to do.
Exactly.
I mean, to be fair, that is that's just how it works. That's just how the world is. But it kind of sucks, you know. But I'm glad like you took that risk,
Yeah,
you know.
100%.
I love that.
Yeah.
You wanna go?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Basically, how do you tackle the challenge of getting involved in such a saturated market? How do you work around that? How do you basically, what makes you different than every other streetwear brand?
I think a big importance of, like you said, such a saturated market, because it's so difficult to create something sort of that people haven't already seen. I would be lying if I said that the idea of being unique hasn't been pushed already, or the idea of being like your own people. A lot of big companies right now are pushing it. Cortez, Trico, Moad, these guys are doing very similar things where they're using their brand to motivate just being outside the box, game-changing people. I think with NATSUM, what I really emphasized was doing my own thing, and in like retrospect, it's the idea of like doing stuff around friend group first, stuff around the people around you first, the people that mean a lot to you. So what I really emphasized was taking my time and building a family, building a relationship with the people around me, and giving them the brand. Again, the image of my brand is to spread sort of hope, confidence, that light as like a symbol, that light into the people around me, that you too can also do what I'm doing, and that sort of push the brand even further. It opened it to a lot of people's eyes, because as soon as the people around me believe what I'm doing, then they start spreading it the same way I am. And I think that's what differentiates me from the other people, because I'm really focusing on building a family, and that idea of like we're a family before anything. And I always say we're a family, don't sell your soul. The reason I say that is because in today's market, a lot of people wear brands, wear things they see other people wear without knowing the meaning and the value behind it. So that's really what
Like
I'm
a
trying to do.
bandwagon.
Exactly. Exactly.
And if you follow Mustan or his streetwear brand Natsumordinary, link in bio, you'll see that their marketing is quite special and unique, and it's really different. Like,
Yeah,
would you
for
want to explain to that? How you
so
guys?
I really emphasize taking my time with this, as I've been saying over and over. It's been about 8-9 months, and the first time we'll be dropping is as you see this video. The reason for that
Probably
is
dropped
because-
already.
Yeah,
It's dropped
probably
already.
dropped already, sorry. So yeah, the reason for that is because in terms of my marketing, what I wanted to go for is something people don't necessarily see, something people don't necessarily understand. I wanted to have a lot of curiosity behind my drops, so people are like, oh, what's the meaning behind it? What is he doing? Sort of to build that traffic and to build that idea of, oh, this guy's putting something new. I like what it looks like. I don't know what it means. And so that adds emphasis to people having inquiries and curiosity towards, oh, what's the idea behind it? And literally being here, like you guys watching this, you guys have are hearing sort of the idea behind it and the top behind it. And I know that a lot of people can relate to it personally. I think I'm a very relatable person. I think where I come from, my background, as well as what I'm pushing is a very relatable topic. And I think a lot of people, as long as my designs and my ideas are good, I think they're going to mess with the idea behind the brand and the vision. So
I love it. I like how your brand is not just a brand, but a movement,
it's
like
a
you
movement,
said.
exactly.
There's a story behind it. It's not just you put it out for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for a monetary reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's amazing, bro.
If you had to put in one word to describe what drives you, what word is that? And then explain why.
It's a tough one.
Just one word.
One word.
One word.
Change. I would say change.
Change.
I
Change.
think in terms of not just change for myself, but change. One of my goals in life, and this has been like a very recent flick. So I think one of my goals is to change the people around me and change the world around me. The same way I've been saying, a lot of my values comes from my family, from success for the people around me, and I want my brand to have the same vision, the same idea, and I want to be able to push that with what I'm doing. And if I'm selling products to people, I want the meaning behind those products to have the same idea that I have. So not just change in myself, constant change in the people around me, and change in the world through something I'm doing. I want to bring good to the world.
It's amazing, brother.
Yeah, I like that.
Appreciate my voice.
What's your vision in terms of like just staying online or like stores in Calgary? You know, like what's your kind of like takeover type of thing?
For sure. Like that word takeover is exactly what I'm planning to do. In terms of brand vision, I want us to start off locally. Like I said, I started with my family. I started with the people around me. I want to expand that to the city. I want people to associate Calgary and our city and think of NATSUM with it, because I want NATSUM to be the first major sort of brand, sort of idea, again, movement that comes out the city, and I want that to spread to eventually the province and eventually the country. We keep saying NATSUM going global, and we want to take over the country first, and the city and the province. Like we want to start small and expand big, because
I love that.
Like the traction is small at the moment. Traffic is small in terms of global scale, but the movement is what's big. I think the movement is something that the whole world needs. Like people need to understand that through all difficulties you'll be able to accomplish what you want. Just do what you want, honestly. Like screw what anyone else thinks. Just chase whatever it is you want.
The success will come. For sure.
Exactly.
For sure. I love that, bro. Keep it up, man.
Appreciate it.
Like it starts small. You know, you don't climb a 100-foot ladder with 100 step.
Exactly.
You have to go one step at a time.
Exactly.
So yeah.
What keeps you motivated through all this? Because we have setbacks, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like I'll be honest. I started raging last night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
We don't need to tell. We don't
Yeah.
have to. We don't have to know. We don't
We
have.
should maybe give them a little insight on what. So
Actually,
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go
I'll
ahead.
explain. So guys, basically we already recorded this.
This is take two.
This is take two. This is take two, and the reason we're recording again is because our audio bugged out, and because of that,
Yeah, we got a new interface.
We got a new interface.
yeah.
But last night when I came home, I had to check it because we weren't sure.
Yeah.
We weren't sure if it worked, and then once I checked it, I realized it didn't work, and then I tried working my way around it, and then eventually I had to like tell these boys too, like, yo, like we screwed up, and then we couldn't figure it out, and then eventually we had to take it in and get a new one. But
Yeah.
it's just those kind of setbacks that irritate you. So how do you deal with that?
Well, first off, I want to comment. So I'll be real. The reason it happened is because it was too fire to put out on YouTube. The first one was gas. That was good. That was some good stuff.
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
It was.
But yeah, back to the topic. In terms of the question and in terms of what keeps me motivated, first off, I love what I'm doing. I love. I've always had a love for streetwear and for fashion in general. I always used like fashion and clothing as a way of expression. And the reason why I chose a streetwear brand and chose clothing is because it's very easy for you to put something on and wear it. And I think it's very easy to express yourself with what you're wearing. Like you might put a mask on your face in the terms of like you're having a bad day and you're hiding it. But with your clothing, you express yourself, I think. And I think it's very easy and it's very like whether you're an insecure person, whether you're an introvert, extrovert. What you put on shows what you support, what you follow. Like people judge you based on what you wear, and I think having something that you believe in and putting that on, I think that's a good way to express yourself. So in terms of setbacks, there's a lot of challenges that come with not just starting a business, but with life in general. And I think what's important is, and as cliche as it sounds, it's not how high you are, but it's how far back the setback takes you and how well you're able to bounce back from it. And there'll be millions of setbacks, not just for me, but for you boys as well, and not just for your guys' podcast, but for your guys' individual lives and your guys' lives
100%.
together.
100%.
But what's important, and I'm glad we all understand this, it's the idea that no matter how difficult that setback is, learning from it and being able to take it on and better yourself as a person with each setback. So I take that mindset with my business every single day, and despite difficulties, like even with drops, like what's come so far, there's been a lot of learning points, learning curves, but it's important that I love what I'm doing. I love every step of it, and I'm happy with the final product. So
I love that. I guess we could like take into we could get into the next question is why did you start? Why did you start this?
Why did I start NATSUM?
Yeah.
Again, it's a mix of my passion, my love for what I'm doing, and as well as my goals and aspirations in life. So like I said, I genuinely want to change the people around me. And I think even before I've even dropped my clothing, I've been able to do that. I've been able to have give an impact to the people around, to the community, to the city. I think people that we know what NATSUM is now.
Yeah.
I think people that we know who they know what NATSUM is now. And the real goal now is just to be able to give everyone the meaning behind it. Because I think now that I have the little bit of traffic in the city, I want to be able to now really shed the importance of what it is, what it means.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Keep doing it, man.
Appreciate you, my boys.
Going back to what you were saying, when it comes to setbacks for us, at least, I was telling these guys too, and they were saying the same thing to me, that I consider it as a test,
100%.
a test of patience, because you get so irritated and you're like, dude, why am I even doing this? Especially when you don't see any returns. And I think that's what separates a successful business from one that fails. It's that determination you have to keep going.
100%.
And so yesterday when all of that happened, we were just trying to stay patient, and honestly that's the biggest thing, just being patient, because here we are again, and we're recording again, and it's fine.
Patience is 100% the key.
Yeah, like I've learned to stop complaining, because honestly, what does complaining really do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. What's been done
It,
has been
like,
done.
right, like there's nothing you can really do about it. It is what it is, right?
100%.
But of course, when something happens, you just gotta take that and learn from it, perfect it.
Sure.
Why did it fail? You gotta ask these questions. What's going on? Especially, I guess, for clothing, right? It's like, why? For example, if you put out a piece and it doesn't do as well as you wanted, why did it do that?
Use my drop as an example.
Right.
Let's say we don't sell at all, right? Let's say there's no sales, no nothing. Right. It's less so of, oh, why did that have to happen to me? It's more so, where did I go wrong?
And how can I improve?
Exactly.
There you go.
Where can I learn?
It's just like that mindset of that. Because I think there's a stat where 99% of businesses fail. Startup business. I don't know if that's it. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I've heard that, because one is when you face a setback, they're gonna stop. And I saw this one video one time where it struck me, where it was in school, when you fail a midterm, 99% of the people will still continue with that class and try to pass.
Right.
But when you start a business and you fail, they're gonna stop. Why?
So why?
Why? You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to do something passionate and then you fail, why would you stop?
You know what I really think it is? I think people start businesses again because they want to be a sheep. I think they see other people find success. Like, think about, truthfully, not even just with yourselves, but for the people watching as well. Think about the amount of times you said, oh, I want to start X, Y, and Z business. As an example, I'll use drop shipping or stocks.
Yeah.
You see people find success in stocks. You see people who are making millions of dollars who are incredibly successful now because of stocks, and you say, why don't I take on that trade? You start studying your stocks, you learn about them, you do your first mock stock, and you fail. Because there's financial value involved, now that you failed, you no longer want to take on that endeavor. Right? So I think people follow things because they see other people's success, and I think there's wrong in that. Obviously, you can be successful doing something that maybe you're not passionate about, right? But for me, what I really value is having that idea of enjoying what it is you're doing. I think that's really where the key is, because if you genuinely enjoy what you're doing, failure doesn't set you back in terms of failure. It sets you back in terms of understanding, like, oh, how can I change this? Because if you love doing what you're doing, you're not going to want to stop doing it regardless, right? Like, I'd love to put out clothing because I genuinely love to wear the clothing I put out, right? Whether people buy it or not, I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So...
No, I just want to add on to that. Like, maybe there's a lot of people who are out there that maybe want to start a podcast, maybe want to start a streetwear brand, but they're like, oh, look at these guys. They have this equipment. They have X, Y, Z, right? It wasn't always like this, you know?
We started from nothing.
Yeah, we started from nothing. Right? And the thing is like, if you have that mindset, the things will come. The equipment will come, and you won't even notice, you know? Because you're just so motivated. Like, these are, like, this is nothing, really. It's just, like, the drive that... You know, we come together and we want to edit and we want to put this out, you know.
And that's true. It's like, it's just how motivated are you truly? Many people, like you said, the sheep thing, many people want to be an entrepreneur because they think, oh, If I become an entrepreneur, I'll be rich. You know, self-employed, get to do whatever I want. Well, no, it's not that easy. It's not easy. You need to have the grit. You need to have the resilience. You have the drive,
Discipline.
the discipline, discipline. Especially days where you don't want to do anything, you have to do something.
I'll talk from personal experience, like, and this is just truth. I put hours and hours and hours of time and a lot of sacrifice in there as well just to set this thing up.
Yeah.
Like, for me, regardless of how much I love it, there are many other things I could have done with that time. Right?
100%.
I could have been working. I took time off from work to push this thing. I changed my schedule for this thing. I did a lot of sacrifice and a lot of time for it, but I'm proud of where it came from, and I'm proud of where it's going, right? Because, like I said, I can't stress enough. I genuinely love what I'm doing, and I love the effect it's having on the people around me, so I'm not going to stop.
Yeah.
Right?
I love
time
that.
is worth it. Yeah.
I love that.
basically have a story. My first time editing for the podcast was on my birthday.
Okay.
And I kid
Right, I
you
do
not, it
remember
took
that.
me 7 to 8 hours.
Yeah,
just
we-
editing one like 15, 20-minute
Yeah.
video.
Felt bad for Zane, brother.
And bro, I was tweaking out that whole day, and I was like tripping because I was like, I really want to do this for them,
Right.
you know? And it just goes to show you, like, we could have easily put out what we recorded yesterday, you know? But it's like, we want that quality because,
Exactly.
you know, we genuinely care about this, you know? So
Yeah.
it's just, you got to have passion. That's really all that
Passion.
it is.
And I wanted to add to what Zane's saying. You guys can't overlook what these boys are putting out. Like, a lot of the content they're putting, like, and I'm genuinely saying this, like, I've sat there and watched, I won't say every single video and every minute, but I've sat there and watched a couple of their videos, and I've listened to a couple of their videos, and
Love.
real talk, the content these boys put out, the quality they put out is genuine stuff, and I think they're being overlooked. Truthfully, they're being overlooked, and I think once they match the algorithm and once they reach a little bit of traffic, I think the stuff they're saying and the quality of what value the conversations and the people they're having on is putting out, I think it's truthfully going to take over, and inshallah, I hope for that.
I appreciate
No,
that,
brother,
bro.
love,
I
brother.
appreciate
Putting
that.
out- yeah,
Thank you.
truthfully, what these boys are putting out is stuff that you guys need to see, and you guys got to keep hearing. And if you're only here because you never expected these boys to be here with me today, you guys are here for a good time. You guys should listen to the other videos these guys are putting out and what they're saying, because there's a lot you guys can learn from them, and because I've learned a lot from them as well. So
Love.
yeah, genuine appreciation for you boys.
Love. It just goes to show you guys that, look, we were just average people.
Yeah.
I mean, we still are. We're
Yeah.
still trying to grow. We're still trying to improve. But I'm saying is, before, like 3 years ago, we were all just in high school.
Yeah.
We were all just in uni 1 year ago. We were all just trying to do something. But now we were like, let's take the next step. Let's take that risk. Let's do something that nobody else would do.
Exactly.
And look, any one of you right now can do it.
Yep.
Any one of you can do it. All it takes is just take that risk.
Take that risk.
Take that risk, man.
It's important.
you
to
know?
take that risk. Exactly.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
more on the topic of, you know, Natsumordinary. You know, you want to tell us a little bit more about the collection and stuff?
Mhm.
Just for
Yeah, word,
people
word.
watching this, because it's live right
for
now.
Sure, for sure.
So-
So in terms of collection, you can see the piece I brought Josh. So in terms of what we're dropping now,
360.
we've officially launched our sweat sets. So what I'm wearing our blacked out set. So our sweatsuits are consistent in their production, and they're made of 420 GSM material. So our sweatpants are straight leg with toggle. Gives the option if you want to tighten it up for the ladies, you know, to like a tight sweat jogger. They're more so built for all season, and 3 colorways drop. So like I said, mine is blacked out. Josh is wearing the Oreo set.
This is Oreo.
This is the Oreo set, so the black and white. The NATSUM on it, as you can see, is a thick puff print material. So we really wanted to emphasize like the writing, because it's our first piece. We want to get out the image of what NATSUM is through something simple, very simple design. And then our third color is what we call the Mooch Mocha.
Oh, yeah.
And the Mooch Mocha is like a brown off tan tone, and then the writing is a light cream. So very simple sets, very subtle sets. I think you can wear them all season and wear them with whatever. And so far, people are really liking it. So I appreciate the love.
I like that one the most.
Mooch Mocha?
Yeah, Mooch Mocha,
The
that's
brown
fire,
is just
that's
like
fire.
Mooch.
I like that one the most. It looks nice.
Okay. Appreciate that though, my boys.
And just another question. I know, should I drop it? Enzo was here, right? So
Enzo
his
was
jacket
here,
was
yes,
pretty raw.
yes.
So is that like something for the
Yes, so-
future?
Unfortunately, Enzo's not here today,
Yeah.
but yesterday you guys could have seen the jacket.
Yeah.
We've also made a varsity jacket, a couple samples of our varsity. The varsity is like without sugarcoating, it's our piece with the most traffic at the moment. A lot of people want that varsity. I think the varsity looks crazy myself because no bias, but I kind of designed the whole thing. The varsity expect to drop in September, sort of on the fall time. In terms of what we got next, I've been working on some graphic tees with some mesh short sets, so be on the lookout for those coming soon for the summer.
I already asked these guys, just for you guys who are watching, probably on TikTok. We gave ourselves a rating out of 10, so I'm gonna ask you the same question. What would you rate yourself?
I've been waiting for this.
Just to recap, I gave myself a 4. He gave himself a 6.
Well, wait. Let's give context as to what we're rating yourself based
It was
on.
personality,
Personality,
looks, and finance.
Finances.
Yeah,
Okay.
so like those 3
So
factors.
those 3 categories, and then so I gave myself a 4. Just go watch that video. if you haven't. Yeah.
Watch that video.
Go watch that vid.
Yes, sir.
He gave himself a 6, and you gave yourself a
5,
5.
I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
5.
So now, what would you give
So
yourself?
you guys are gonna be surprised with this one because I would give myself a 7.
Mm.
Okay.
So I would say 7, and I've watched the video, and I sat there, and I won't lie, I was in the shower, and I was thinking about the video too. Shower thoughts.
Yo,
hit the
you were in
hardest.
the shower.
R2R on go.
Think about it. Whoa.
The shower thoughts hit the hardest.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
'Cause you
You're
boys
right.
were talking about personality.
Yeah, you're
You
right,
guys
you're
were all
right.
justifying why you chose what you chose,
Mhm.
and some of you guys said finance. Josh said because he's fat now. That's what he said.
Bro, I used to be fit, bro. That's why. I used to be fit.
Reason I say 7 is because what I thought you guys overlooked was where you guys came from.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys are really focused on the future, which is good. You guys are looking past your current point because you guys aren't happy with where you currently are. But I think and this is just as humans in general, what we tend to neglect is where we've come from. And I think if I looked at myself 6 months ago to a year ago, I think I would have, looking back at it, would give myself a 2. And the reason why I say 7 is because I'm genuinely happy where I am, whereas before I wasn't happy. And although I'm not where I want to be in terms of I haven't reached the goals I've set, if I set these goals 3 months ago, I've reached the goals that I set temporarily. If the goals I set 3 months ago, I've accomplished now. Like I can happily say, oh, I met those goals. And I think what's important is that I'm reaching those goals every single day. I'm reaching the goals I'm setting, and I'm reaching those objectives. And although I don't have the long-term goals I want, I think it's important that day by day, month by month, week by week, I'm slowly finding success in myself, and I'm happy. And I think that's what matters, and that's why it's a 7. Because, I mean, the gal don't think, Man knows.
That explanation is deep though, because like a lot of time we just like you were saying, we look at where we are right now, right? But there's like that quote where people say that if you looked at yourself like if your younger version looked at you right now, they'd be so surprised or like happy, right? Because at that time maybe you never thought about like where you are right now.
Fair enough.
It's good to look at like where you want to be and who you want to be and how much money you want, but it's also good to appreciate like how far you've came and
That's
where
true.
you are
That's
right
very
now.
important as well, yeah.
Where low-key a year ago, I'll be honest, I never thought we would all be here on a podcast.
No
Yeah,
chance.
Yeah,
no
low
chance.
key.
I didn't expect to see no one's face.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's
Exactly, bro.
crazy.
100%, bro.
Bro, a year ago I was doing comp sci. Can you, bro? No offense to comp sci is sick. I'm just saying that was not for me, bro.
But we learned. The important
Yeah.
thing is you learned from
Yeah.
that a year ago, right?
Facts.
And us sitting here today shows, I think over all else, maturity and growth in us as men,
100%.
right? As
100%.
people, I think we grew as people, and
And true, like honestly, like we've all gone through things. The man behind the camera has gone through things. It just shows just like how you don't let your past define who you are, but you let your past refine who you are. Don't let your past dictate what you're gonna do in the future.
You should be a poet.
Yeah.
You should be a
No, I'm
poet.
being serious, bro.
Always spitting
I'm being serious. Like
Josh the
like
Rat.
all of us here, bro. We've all gone through things in our past. I would say our past was crazy, bro. But it's like, make sure your future is not your past. Yes, let's say, oh, I got a screwed up past. Okay, don't have a screwed up future now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Make your future the better. of what your past was.
Exactly.
You should be on a TED Talk, bro.
Word, yo, I'm gonna be on it.
Josh Bojo on the tech.
R2R talks coming
R2R
soon.
Our talk.
Coming soon.
If you got some deep words, come.
Okay,
on the pocket.
I'll ask you two now, and then I'll answer myself too. But based off of his answer, like we didn't consider where we were to where we are now. Based
Fair
off
enough.
that, what would you give yourself now?
That's actually a good new
Did you
perspective.
change?
I'll say I'll go up one. I'll go 6.
Okay.
Cause again,
I beat
physique
you by
wise,
one.
physique wise, I would say I felt better before.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm gonna say a 6.5 now. I said 6 earlier, but the thing was that a couple days ago I found some few SD drives that I did not steal from photography and crossing. I'll just say that.
No, but bro, this
Anyways, bro, I was really down bad, and now it's like the beard came in, alhamdulillah. And now like people don't even recognize me, so.
Yes, sir.
And like and I just feel like I've stepped up more, gone out of my comfort zone, so I'm really
And
proud
you
of myself.
So you,
Yeah, and I grew.
you gave yourself a 7?
I gave
6.5.
myself
Six-
6,
six-
yeah,
6
so
and a half?
Yeah, 6.5. Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
If you
just-
say so.
honestly, if I'm comparing where I was to where I am now, I'd give myself an 8.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
From a 4,
Good.
from a 4
That's
to
true.
an
I
8.
Yes,
do
sir.
remember. I do
Yes,
remember what you
sir.
used to look like. Oh
From
man.
where I was like 2 years ago,
Yes,
just
sir.
taking everything in, to where I am now, I'd give myself an 8.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I like to hear the 8.
Okay.
What does the behind the man guy rate
Yeah, what do you
himself?
rate yourself?
What do you rate yourself?
Hey! Wow. Okay.
He's him, boy.
Okay. A 9. A 9 out of 10. Sheesh. An A-, bro.
Let me ask something as well.
Yeah. What's up?
Truthfully, do you guys think there's such thing as a 10 out of 10?
No.
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 Let's take that approach. I
Alright.
want to hear what
Josh,
each of
you
guys
start
think
with that.
the 10 out of 10.
Look. Guys, don't hate me. I'm gonna just speak my mind. Alright? You can never be a 10 out of 10, cause that means you're perfect, and no one in this world is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Everyone in this world still has a room to improve. You could always be improving. If you're perfect, I'm sorry, you're not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my take.
I 100% agree with him, but when I look at it like through a mental aspect, if you're a 10, right, what purpose do you really have left
Yeah.
in life, right? Like, what are you gonna work towards if you're perfect? So I don't agree with that either. I think you can never be a 10. There's always something you can improve, like he was saying, but mentally, I think you just get destroyed.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just agree with him. If you're a 10 out of 10, drop dead right now. Because, like, why are you living, right? Like, there's always something to achieve, always something to become better at, right? Whether it be your personality or getting your money up, you know? So, yeah, there's no way you're a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll say this story. I heard this story one time where there was a guy who wanted to become a millionaire before the age of 30. That was his mold. That was his ultimate goal, and he reached it.
Yeah.
And then when he became a millionaire, no, he went straight into depression. Why? Because there was nothing, like you said. If you got everything, what else do you need? It's like that midlife crisis hits.
Sounds like what a lot of celebrities say.
You know, it's like
That's why they say, like, we always hear, because we haven't had money, we hear, celebrities are so privileged that they say, why are they going through depression? People say, why are celebrities going through depression? They have so much money, they can buy happiness, right? It really goes to show that money isn't happiness. You know?
that's true. It's like, again, when like the process.
Yeah.
I love enjoying this process. I'm glad like none of our videos have hit like 1 million views yet.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be
Soon.
a one hit soon though. Yes, but I
Soon.
wanted to take it slow and steady.
Right.
You know, have the process, because who remembers the Island Boys? Remember the Island Boys, the
Yeah.
one hit
They went
sensations?
up and shot
And
straight down.
you know, like, cause the ego hits, the pride hits, and then it's like, okay, I'm this big shot. But in reality, the hardships keep you humble, and the hardships keep you striving forward. You know.
You know, one thing I want to say as well, I think, similar to what Usman was saying, the second you think you're a 10 out of 10, the mindset you have, essentially in your head, psychologically, you think that there's no more room for growth. And I think the second you stop growing, you fall down from a 10. I think the second you think there's no more growth, you're no longer even like over a 7. I think what's important is setting goals and being able to achieve those goals and knowing that you're not there yet and being able to strive towards them. If you're a 10, that means you no longer have the mindset that there are goals for you to achieve. And I think right away, that's negative, and that's gonna put you down rather than boost you up. I think you should always be striving for something, because the second you don't, you no longer have a purpose. And in this life, like if we don't have a purpose, what are we really doing, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why are we here?
And also, to the guy on TikTok who commented cap when I said we're not fishing for compliments, we're not. Someone
Oh,
said
wait,
cap.
someone said the cap?
Yeah, someone said cap. We're not fishing for compliments. It's just straight up.
Trust me. I think some boys here get enough. They don't need your online compliments, bro.
No, what?
They don't need your online
It's
compliments.
these two, bro. It's these guys, bro. No, whoa, chill.
I'm halalized.
I'm calm, bro. I don't do
celibate.
facts. We all celebrate here, you know.
Yeah.
Well, for marriage,
None of that.
Marriage. So if you want to put a ring on it, just hit me up. You know my name, Natsum.
Oh, I was gonna say. Okay, speaking of which, let's talk about the haters.
Oh, haters.
Let's talk about the haters. So I think we mentioned our last episode. We had experienced some, like, we feel we haven't like had it straight to our face, but it's more so like indirectly. You know what I'm saying? You can feel the energy. But with you, I'm assuming, like, since it's very like clothing, it's either okay, I support you or I don't support you. How have you dealt with people like I guess haters, for example?
Well, you know what? Because I've been saying, I started with the people around me, and because I started with a cult movement.
Yeah.
I think more so people that hate are automatically joining the cult movement. I think for me, as long as, like, my goal is for the vision and the idea to get out, whether people support or not, as long as they hear it, it plays in their head, right? They think of it again. I think you can't go wrong by supporting something that you yourself can relate to. It doesn't make sense for you as a person to hate a brand because of the person that created the brand. I think if you hate a brand that's pushing you to do whatever it is your heart desires, I think you truly are lost as a person. I think that your mind is not quite like where it needs to be in terms of, like, you don't know yourself what you want to do, or you don't know yourself where your happiness lies, right? In terms of haters for my brand, I differentiate haters from critiques, which is sort of complete contrasting ideas of people that don't support you. I think critiques are very important. I think someone that criticizes what I'm putting out helps with productive feedback. I think it's important to have productive feedback.
100%.
Exactly. In terms of someone that thinks, like, what we're putting out, they don't like the design or like the idea, I think it's important that they come to me and tell me why, and I can learn from that, and I can take that in and put it towards the next piece I put out, or the next image I put out. A hater is someone who just watches, I think, and doesn't support you strictly because of a certain perspective they have towards you. And I think Usman can address haters, because I think he does it better than any of us can. But
Yeah. If y'all hate on us, that's completely fine. It's all love from all four of us.
Yeah, it's all love.
upload kisses.
Yeah, we straight up kisses or something, whatever. But at the end of the day, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whenever it is, the haters will put the money in our pockets. So keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep hating.
If you want to buy his clothes to burn them,
Burn my clothes.
burn his
Buy it and
clothes.
burn it. Please.
Yeah, like
Please.
you
Feed his
know,
pockets. Feed his pockets.
I'll say this though, if you're watching us or if you're not, but if you are a hater, just because you hate someone, you hate on what they're doing,
You're a fan, bro.
you're a fan, and it makes you the biggest fool out there, because you're spending so much of your energy hating on someone else when you could be directing that energy towards doing something for yourself,
Yeah.
which can benefit you in the future. But instead, you're either watching us or you're burning his clothes if anyone's gonna do that. Whatever it may be, you're just wasting your time.
Yeah,
You're wasting your time, and you're making a fool out of yourself. And everyone has people in their lives that they want to make proud. So use your energy wisely,
for sure.
because it's hard to have a lot of energy. It
Yeah.
is. So you don't want to be wasting it
Exactly.
on people that I guess you don't like. You can hate us, but don't stay hating on us.
Something someone said to me in my past, which I don't know why, but it just stuck with me, and it's been sticking with me, is, and don't take this the wrong way in terms of, like, you don't have people for you. And the phrase I always remember is, no one cares. and like as like what is the word, like as like basic and as like general as it sounds, people don't care enough. Like people around you won't really care what it is you're doing in terms of like everyone's worried, like should be focused on their own success, should be focused on their own thing. And the reason I say don't confuse this is because of course you have the people around you, you have the people that love you, you have the people that want you to be successful and want you to push your own thing. But truthfully, nobody cares enough for you to sit there and like hate on somebody and critique them in terms of like being stubborn enough not to see like what they're putting out. I think like truthfully, I don't think you can hate on what these boys are doing because they're putting out content for you that's not only different people's perspectives, they're going through time to bring different people on for their perspectives, but they're also bringing nothing but positive energy and good information out. Like they're not putting any negative thoughts. If that man were talking Andrew Tate, that's a different thing. That's a different thing to bring someone else on here.
Yeah.
But in terms of what they're saying, it's only good information. I think hating on it just makes you seem like a fool. So
Yeah. And my message on hate is a little bit different. I would say if you hate us, if you hate what I'm doing, like if you hate what his streetwear brand is doing, go make your own streetwear brand. Go make your own podcast. Because in that
And do something
process,
better.
trust me, you'll come to not only like his streetwear brand, you'll come to like our podcast.
Yeah.
Because you'll see the work. You'll appreciate what we've been through. You'll appreciate just like the mental discipline we've had to like create, just to
exactly.
be here,
And straight up, like honestly, I said this to someone before. 'Cause I used to work at McDonald's,
Right.
and I know you work fast food. Have you ever worked fast food?
Bro, I've worked many jobs. Yeah, I've worked.
Right,
fast food.
like restaurant and all that
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
When you work and you go under those circumstances and situations, you appreciate the people. Like even if I just go to a McDonald's, like I appreciate them because I went through that. I understood how they worked, what the conditions they had, and I was like, every time they make a mistake, I'm like, no, don't worry, it's okay, because I went through those same mistakes. I went through those same hurdles, and it's stressful. And that's many people, even just as small as fast food, as many customers, they don't understand that. They're very like, they think it's a perfect environment, and especially with us, what he's doing, especially, and how he took his time from, I believe, November till your drop, before November, like
School started like July.
July, like that's how you're planning.
November was when I first announced
It.
July was when I started planning like scrapbooking,
Yeah, that's amazing, bro.
manifestation.
But it's like, people need to realize it's not easy, man. It's not easy. The time, the dedication, bro. We're working more than 9 to 5. I'll be honest with you. Like yesterday, what he said, bro. We were up till 1 a.m. trying to figure this thing out, and then I woke up, and then I was on a run, and this guy calls me like, bro, we gotta get a new one, bro. Gotta get a new one. I was like, oh man, it's crazy, But yeah,
It's exactly what you boys were saying. Discipline.
discipline.
That's
Yeah.
what the key is. Discipline and have drive and have patience. Those are the things that will lead you to success, regardless of what it is you're doing.
100%.
Anything else you guys want to add on?
Any last statements, brother?
No, I don't think I have any.
Any last thing for Natsum?
Not really. I just want to say I appreciate everyone that supported and even hated, and I appreciate, surprisingly, like I got more love than I ever expected, and I appreciate every single person that's had a thing to say, shared it with someone, showed love or showed hate, whatever. Spread the word, because again, what I'm trying to do with this is reach the greatest heights I can reach, and I want to reach the most eyes and most audience and leave an impact on people. And with that being said, I want to appreciate you guys for having me on and giving me the platform to spread my thing. And
course,
again, NATSUM isn't me. I'm not NATSUM. I'm Mustan. Use it not just for the sake of my name, but also for the sake of, please remember that NATSUM isn't me. NATSUM isn't me or isn't Enzo. NATSUM is what we're moving. These boys are NATSUM. After this video, these boys are part of NATSUM. NATSUM is the family that we represent, and eventually we want it to spread to represent everybody. But NATSUM is the movement, and it's the idea that you too, whoever you are watching, can do whatever the hell it is you want to do. Just do it. Forget what anyone thinks, bro. We all have haters. We're all talking about what we're doing, but at the end of the day, these boys are pushing their stuff. I'm pushing my stuff. We're pushing it together. So please, like, push what it is you want to do and follow it what it is what you want to do. And again, I appreciate you guys for having me on. Not just
Thank you for coming, brother.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
and appreciate the conversation, because hopefully I know I learned a lot. I know you boys are gonna sit down and watch it and think as well. But I hope the people watching as well, I hope you guys learned something and had at least a second thought of a perspective perhaps and had some kind of improvement. Maybe you guys want to set new goals or a motivator from this thing.
100%. Yeah, our goal, especially for Real2Reality, is to inspire others.
100%.
That's why we bring on people who are inspiring others too, you know. So yeah, keep striving,
For sure.
keep listening, keep watching, you know, buy his merch, buy his clothing, and yeah, all love, guys, all love.
And one thing I can definitely say is this is not the last time
Oh,
we're
yeah.
together. It isn't even the first, okay?
It's not even the first.
Second time.
We're gonna
100%.
be here back, inshallah.
100%.
We're gonna be sitting here at different points in our success, and we're gonna look back and reflect back to where we were, and we're gonna talk about
100%.
where we've come, and then maybe we can talk about the difficulties we've had and the success we've had and how we've got it. So that way, you guys watching can also learn from us. And it's always good to put out information that other people have already gone through, because then maybe you can skip that obstacle, right?
You can learn too.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're moving fast. In that moment, y'all hit it in one link up. We already did it twice.
You know what's up?
Yeah.
Y'all gotta hit faster. we're
We're one
coming.
step ahead of the game.
Yes,
You
sir.
know this.
But yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you,
If
guys.
you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're on Spotify, hit that follow button.
Comment R2RX Natsumordinary. Let's get this
All right.
running. Let's
Follow
go.
our TikTok.
Oh yeah, follow yo.
TikTok.
What's it
Follow the
called?
TikTok.
Your link is in the description
Yeah,
box
sure.
down below. Click
As-
that link.
As you guys are watching right now, Shop is live.
Yeah.
Shop. So what we've decided, Shop is live for 72 hours. So 3 days basically from the 23rd of May, 2023. You guys can watch the video. You guys can click on the description down below. Head to the website. Buy whatever it is you want. Keep in mind, whatever it is you buy, it is a pre-order sale, meaning second the shop closed, that's when we start manufacturing. Please allow 3 to 4 weeks for you to get your products.
It's amazing.
Hope everyone puts it on, and let's get this running through the city.
Beautiful,
Yes, sir.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
All right, taking off.
Much
Easy.
love.
Easy.
Easy.
Mic drop. Yay.